Russell and Ayame had fallen deeply in love with each other, more than ever before. During the surgery, Ayame was asked to count to 10 as she went through the anesthetic procedure. Instead of counting, Ayame called Russell's name 10 times, for she did not want to forget him and what he meant to her. The doctor had warned them that Ayame might lose all her memories as a result of the surgery. Russell had promised Ayame that he would be right there when she opened her eyes. He would be the first person she saw. While Ayame was in surgery, Russell received a call that Ayame's parents were arriving in Germany at 10 o'clock that morning, so he rushed to pick them up. He prayed they would get out of the airport fast enough to see Ayame when she woke up around noon. Unfortunately, Russell was caught in a traffic jam on his way to the hospital. Russell panicked, unsure if he would meet the time the doctor had said Ayame would be out of surgery. Meanwhile, Sam, Ayame's childhood friend, whose parents had told him to visit Ayame, was also at the hospital and happened to be the first one to see Ayame after the surgery. The two families were very close and had once thought Sam and Ayame would get married. Both families owned several businesses and were very influential. When Ayame opened her eyes, the first question she asked was, "Where am I? What am I doing here?" Sam explained that she was in the hospital and had come out of a difficult surgery. Then her next question was unexpected. "Who are you? What is your relationship with me?" Sam was caught by surprise and did not know whether to lie and say they were dating or to just say they were close friends. Sam, who had always had a crush on Ayame since high school, took the opportunity to explain how close they had been since childhood. He then went on to say they were going to be married until she met Russell, who was now her husband. When Sam talked about how he used to take her to school on his bicycle instead of going by car, Ayame actually remembered those childhood memories. Sam got excited upon realizing that there might be hope for him to date and marry Ayame. He went on to talk about all the nice activities they shared when they were young, and Ayame could relate and feel Sam's love for her. Russell and his in-laws arrived an hour late. Russell was heartbroken and sad that he was not the first person Ayame saw. He had broken his promise, though not intentionally. Russell was crying as he approached Ayame's bed. "You are alive, my darling," Russell said, tears running down his cheeks. He reached out to hold Ayame's hand, but to his surprise, Ayame withdrew her hand. She seemed scared of him and did not recognize him. She clung to Sam in fear. Ayame had only recalled the childhood memories she shared with Sam. What a disaster. Ayame's parents tried to explain how they were related and how she loved them, but Ayame could not remember anything. Russell didn't even bother to explain how he was related to her, because it would put too much pressure on her. He knew he would fight to make her fall in love with him again. When Ayame fully recovered, the doctor advised that Ayame stay with her parents. However, he mentioned that Sam, who she had made a connection with, should be there for support. The doctor encouraged them to take it slow and not to put too much pressure on her. Fast forward 6 months later, and there was very little progress with Ayame's memory. Fortunately, Russell found a diary that Ayame had written, containing private thoughts about how she felt as they visited places together. He gave it to Ayame, saying it might help her regain her memories. In the diary, Ayame expressed so much love for Russell. It even had parts where she wrote to herself, telling herself never to forget Russell even after the surgery, for he was the first and only man she ever loved. Ayame spent weeks going over her diary, and each time she would cry. She hated herself for not remembering such beautiful memories. Ayame finally mustered the courage and told Russell that even though she did not remember their past experiences, she was ready to create new ones with him. That was the greatest news Russell had heard in a long time. Russell told her she would not regret her decision. Russell dedicated the following months to creating new memories for Ayame, and indeed, Ayame fell in love with Russell again. Russell was kind and helpful, always by her side when she needed him. They revisited all the places where they had shared precious memories. When they went to the aquarium, Ayame regained her memories. She remembered how special that trip had been to her. Ayame and Russell renewed their wedding vows and moved in together. They were blessed with a baby boy and named him Russell Jr. Moral of the story: true love requires effort and perseverance. Even in the face of adversity and loss, love can be rekindled and strengthened. Commitment, patience, and a willingness to create new memories can overcome even the most challenging obstacles. Follow, like, and share, for I am posting exciting stories like these every day.